Hey guys, it's Jag. Welcome back to the arcade. Today we're going to start a brand new series for the channel and a brand new series for this spooky spooktacular special for 2020. Let's play just another game, Resident Evil 0. Now this is the fifth major installment, not counting spin-offs, in the Resident Evil franchise. This came out after Resident Evil Code Veronica, but it did come out before Resident Evil 4. And this is a prequel to the entire Resident Evil franchise to explain what was going on before the mansion incident. It's also the very first Resident Evil game that I ever beat. I was never really one for Resident Evil in the PlayStation because I didn't like tank controls, and I think most people are going to consider that a fair criticism. I was also a little bit of a wuss when it came to 32-bit zombies for some reason. But my friend convinced me to rent this, and we played through it in an entire weekend. We both loved it. Really turned me on to the franchise, and I definitely made Resident Evil 4 my top priority. So yeah, this is where basically it all started, and who knew years later that it would be my comfort, or Resident Evil would be my comfort zone. This is one of the most difficult, if I remember right, Resident Evils in the entire franchise. I think a lot of people consider this very hard because of some of the enemies are basically bullet sponges. For that reason, I hope you guys will forgive me, but I think I'm going to play this on normal because it's been years since I've even looked at this game. Oh no.
Resident Evil 0.
Now, of course, this is the Switch version, which is based on the Resident Evil 0 HD remake, so we have widescreen, we're going to keep that. I believe the alternate control type, I may be wrong on this, I believe the alternate control type was introduced with the HD remake to make it kind of closer, not exactly, but closer to controlling like Resident Evil 4, so hopefully I'm right on that. And we'll go ahead and leave the subtitles on because I always want you guys to, understand what they're saying, and that lets me talk over them too. Let's go.
A Midwestern town in America, Raccoon City, a solitary island far off in the sea, Rockfort Island, an island that would become the second Raccoon City, Sheena Island. There are still many unanswered questions about these seemingly unrelated yet intensely traumatic events. Though it is believed that the international enterprise umbrella was somehow involved, little is known as to the origin of this faceless corporation. When was it established? By whom? And how was the T-virus created? To uncover the truth, we must delve deeper into the events which transpired in the beginning, before the mansion incident.
Do you think so too?
Yeah.
Do about it.
Hold off for a while.
I wonder how those hiring people would react to this.
It was Sephiroth the entire time. Who knew? Two hours later, above Raccoon Forest,
It began as a simple investigation of some bizarre murders in the suburbs of Raccoon City. Nothing in our training could ever have prepared us for the nightmare that ensued. We never stood a chance.
What's going on? Engine failure. Emergency landing.
Check the current position and investigate the surrounding area.
Captain, look! Captain!
What happened?
Court order for transportation. Prisoner Billy Cohen, ex-lieutenant, 26 years old. Court-martialed and sentenced to death July 22nd. Prisoners to be transferred to the Regathon base for execution.
Those poor soldiers. They were good men just doing their jobs, and that scum murdered them and escaped.
All right, everyone, let's separate and survey the area. Our friend is brutal and ruthless. Keep your guard up.
A train?
The door to safety is shut. There is no turning back. And right away we're introduced to our first playable character, Rebecca Chambers, the same Rebecca Chambers who appeared in Resident Evil 1 to support Chris Redfield. This is the story of Bravo Team before the mansion incident. This is a locked door. We can't go this way. What's over here? This is also locked, as is tradition with Resident Evil. Alright, let's check out our controls. Left stick moves, right stick raises the gun. When you do this, it enters attack stance, and she will target the nearest enemy. When she's in attack stance, you press A to fire. I'm not going to demonstrate that here. Y brings up your inventory screen. You can see I've got 6 inventory slots, and I have a mixing set equipped. I'll explain more about that later. Go to the map. You can also access this with ZL. Zoom in, out, and if you press A, it'll show you the items that you might have missed, which is handy. The file screen, there's the player's manual and the court order for transportation. Let's take a look at this. Court order for transportation, 1598A 7635. Prisoner name Billy Cohen, ID number D1036. Former 2nd Lieutenant Marine Corps, age 26, height 5 feet 9 inches, weight 163 pounds, transfer destination Regathon Base. Convicted of first-degree murder, court-martialed and sentenced to death by the 703rd Military Tribunal. Sentence to be carried out upon arrival. Samuel Regan, Commander, Donnell Marine Base, and that's it. Those are our first 2 files. You also notice that I said first playable character. We will be getting another playable character. This game introduced a rather unique mechanic as far as those 2 go, but that's going to be a little bit of a wait. This door is our only way forward, with the not-so-subtle loading circle. Lovely.
This is Officer Chambers from STARS Bravo Team. Please identify yourself. Is someone there?
The government has announced that it has set out to protect our department. But as of 2 years ago, when a several plans were set up, the local government stepped in and took over.
Oh, you better get used to this, Becky. You're going to be seeing this a lot. Alright, in this case, I'm actually going to go ahead and take a hit. And straight to the back. I really didn't want that to the back. Get off me. Rebecca is really weak. I If I pull up her stat screen, just that one attack, even though I was late, really throws her into danger. That's not that good. I can do that again.
Resident Evil 0.
And right away we're introduced to our first playable character, Rebecca Chambers, the same Rebecca Chambers who appears in Resident Evil 1 to support Chris Redfield. This is the story of Rebecca and Bravo team, right before the mansion incident, and there's actually, the door to the dining car is locked. You can't get in. There's actually a little bit of a continuity error or a retcon there. I'll explain more about that later. This is also locked, so we're not getting out that way. Can I leave? You can't even select this door. There we go. You haven't finished searching the train yet. Somehow I think that's going to be a bad idea. Alright, controls. Left stick moves. R brings up your gun. When your gun's up, you will automatically target the nearest enemy and it's A to fire. ZL brings up the map screen. You can zoom in and out. And A has an item list. You might be able to see some items that you missed here. If we hit Y, we bring up our inventory screen. We can hold 6 items. And our personal item is a mixing set, not a lockpick or a lighter. I'll explain more about what this is later. It's related to Rebecca's special ability. Going up here, we can see our files. There's the player's manual and the court order for transportation. Let's take a look at this. Court order for transportation 1598A 7635. Prisoner name, Billy Cohen, ID number D1036, excuse me. Former 2nd Lieutenant Marine Corps, age 26, height 5 feet 9 inches, weight 163 pounds, transfer destination Regarthan Base. Convicted of first degree murder, court-martialed and sentenced to death by the 703rd Military Tribunal. Sentenced to be carried out upon arrival. Samuel Regan, Commander, Dunnell Marine Base. I want to read that as military base. Alright, so we've got 15 bullets and a little bit in reserve. We can't go through the 3 doors we tried. Let's try this one. Hey, we're not locked in. Of course, we have this really obnoxious loading circle. Thank you, game. Is that really necessary?
This is Officer Chambers from STARS Bravo team. Please identify yourself. Is someone there?
The government has announced that it has set out to help our department. But as of 2 years ago, when several plans were set up, the local government stepped in and took over.
You better get used to this. Oh shit! Alright, we have got to find a way out. Turn, fire, knock this guy down, and leave. Don't even hesitate. Rebecca is really fragile. She can only take 2 or 3 hits, and then she's in danger status. She's one of the reasons why this is considered one of the most difficult Resident Evils, because she is so weak. Fortunately, the second character we get is much more suited for combat. Alright, we've been introduced to the zombies already. What's in here? There doesn't seem to be anything of use. We get some bullets, that's definitely of use. And we get another file. I'm gonna try to get all the files. I don't think I've ever gotten all the files in any game, so good luck to me. Passenger's diary. July 14th. Orders came from the boss today. Looks like we're in charge of investigating the remains of the Arkley Mountains laboratory. We're moving in 2 groups. The initial group is assigned to start checking what's left of the abandoned equipment. July 16th. Unfortunately, the test production of BOW type Y-139 had to be suspended because of this investigation. It's the same with the type Y-139. There's still so much we don't know about responses to the crustacean T-virus. There's a lot of interesting research left. Depending on the species and nurturing conditions, only minute doses of tea bring about remarkable changes in solidity, size, multiplication of internal toxins, and brain development. If these effects can be controlled, a powerful weapon could be produced. But the sudden development of the shell results in a corresponding fragility. Certain areas become exceedingly weak. Problematically, one of those areas is the head carapace. The lab we are going to... Were they pursuing the same research? It would certainly help to find data and samples that would help us in our research. July 19th. The day is finally approaching. I am growing more anxious. The Raccoon City newspapers and TV stations are full of reports about the bizarre murders in the suburbs. It can't be the virus, can it? If it is... No, I can't think of that now. I have to concentrate on this investigation and make sure it goes smoothly. You got the passenger's diary. And this is kind of like alluding to a little bit of the chain of events. It's a finely tailored suit. I want to look at the door. There's nothing in the pockets. A little bit of the chain of events that led up to the first outbreak. And this is where it kind of gets a little bit confusing, and I think the writers themselves were a little bit confused too. Also, we definitely heard the door close, but did not see it close. Outstanding. And this is our first safe room. You'll learn to enjoy this music. This means that nothing can get you. Let's take a look at this file. Investigation orders. Stained with blood, some sections are illegible. 8 miles north of Raccoon City in the Arkley Mountains lies our company's management training facility. It shut down years ago. Now we are conducting a preliminary study into the reopening of the facilities. First investigation unit is already on site and opening the investigation. I want your team to provide support. The following orders are reason William Bark and First Investigate Unit. The rest is torn out and unreadable. This is an herb. Herbs are your healing items in this game. One herb restores about a quarter to a third of your health. 2 herbs restores about 2/3 to your health, but you can mix them together to save 1 inventory slot. So you can take an herb and an herb, mix them together, and you get 2 herbs in 1 inventory slot. The caveat being that only Rebecca can do that. Only Rebecca has the ability to mix herbs with her mixing set. That's her special ability. And while you can mix 2 green herbs together, it's usually better if you mix a green herb and a red herb together. That's a full heal. No matter what your health is. The ink ribbon is how we're going to save. This is traditional for Resident Evil before Resident Evil 4? Yeah, I think 4 changed it. Might have been a little bit later. But you need an ink ribbon and a typewriter to save your data. There are only so many ink ribbons in the game, so you have to save appropriately. I'm going to go ahead and take a save here, even though we're right near the beginning. I'll just use this as a baseline save. And with 6 inventory slots, almost all of them are full. I've got 2 more saves, but I really need another staple of Resident Evil, and that is the item box. Knowing where an item box is going to be extremely valuable. And it looks like leaving rooms is always going to be a little bit awkward, because we already have 2/3 of our inventory filled, and we still have to find the key to get out of here. It's locked and can't be opened. The door reads conductor's office. I'll have to remember where that is. It's locked. Oh, but we have a shiny over here. This train employee's corpse has been brutally torn apart. He's holding something. And we get the train key.
Billy. Lieutenant Cohen.
So, you seem to know me. Been fantasizing about me, have you?
You're the prisoner that was being transferred for execution. You were with those soldiers outside.
I see. You're with Stars. Well, no offense, honey, but your kind doesn't seem to want me around, so I'm afraid our little chat time is over.
Wait! You're under arrest.
No thanks, Dollface. I've already worn handcuffs.
I could shoot, you know.
I hope you can shoot these.
Edward! Are you alright? What happened?
It's worse than... We can't. You must be careful, Rebecca. The forest is full of zombies and monsters.
Zombies and monsters.
Hey, check it out. Monsters. They came for the next meal. Thanks for leading me here, or leading them here toward me. Go ahead and back up into this hallway and just wait for them to lunge at you. Like that. Perfect. It's a little bit tricky. I'm never good at dealing with dogs. And I might be really glad that I saved already. Okay, one of the dogs is dead. Get off me. Get off me. Let's try here. Are you coming? Yep, there you are. This gives me a little bit more warning as to if I'm about to get attacked. And now that you're down for good, what did that put me in? Okay, that only put me in caution. That's not too bad. Now how? Okay. Holding active stance in B reloads. That's good to know. Alright, as far as handling dogs, it's about the best I think I've ever done without a shotgun. There's a card reader here. Looks like the door opening if you have the right card. I don't have the right card, so we need to retreat. There were a few locked doors on the other side of the train. Maybe this key goes to one of those. Really kind of want an item box, because my inventory is... I should have left those ink ribbons. I think that's the only save room on the train, so you don't really need to pick up the ink ribbons. But you do need the ink ribbons to save. So it's a little bit of a catch-22. You're still around. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. Dodge and weave, and leave? We can go up these stairs now. We were cut off from these stairs before by those two zombies, but now we have access to them, so let's check out what's up here. Alright. Oh. Leeches. You're gonna really hate the sound of leeches. I don't think I want to be up here yet. Leeches are kind of the game's main enemy in a lot of ways. Like, obviously there are zombies, but the leeches have the ability to make the zombies. And then there are special zombies that you're really gonna hate seeing. You're absolutely gonna really hate them. You're gonna want to avoid combat whenever possible with them.
This is Rebecca. Over.
Rebecca, can you hear me? This is Rico. What's your location? Over.
Enrico! Hello! Can you read me? Please respond.
Rebecca, I can hear you. Now listen up. We've obtained detailed information on the fugitive from a document found in the wrecked wagon. Billy Cohen killed as many as 23 people. Over.
23 people.
We've also confirmed that he was institutionalized, so keep your guard up. Can you hear me, Rebecca? Over. Stay alert, Rebecca. You wouldn't think twice before killing you.
Enrico! Captain! Hello? Hello!
Well, here's the interesting thing is he's already had us at gunpoint, and he did nothing. So he did think twice about killing us? Oh, that's another zombie. Are you down for good? Now you are. Generally, once you see them... Oh, there's another one. Generally, once you see them sigh, and especially when you see a pool of blood, that's when they're down for good. There we go. See, there's this growing pool of blood underneath them, so now I don't have to worry about them anymore. Use the train key. You don't seem to need this key anymore. Throw it away. Free up some inventory slot. Some people wonder if the game tries to trick you by making you throw away a key before you're done using it, and no, they're not that big of a set of dicks. Because that would completely soft lock you if you did that, probably.
It's gonna be dangerous from here on in. Why don't we cooperate?
Cooperate with you?
Listen, little girl, if you haven't noticed, there's some pretty freaked out things on this train. And I, for one, want to get out of here. I don't think we stand a chance doing it alone.
You expect me to trust you, a wanted felon? I don't need your help. I can handle this on my own. And don't call me little girl.
All right, Miss Do-It-Yourself. What should I call you?
The name is Rebecca Chambers, but that's Officer Chambers to you.
Well then, Rebecca, why don't you go and try while I wait here?
You can see that nobody really takes Rebecca seriously. Looks like an automatic door. There's no power here, so it won't open. And Rebecca being a little girl, well, that's to be given because she's actually modeled off a J-pop star, Ayumi Hamasaki, who also was the Capcom spokesperson for this title. So yeah, she's probably really tiny. Notice the supervisors. When closing the dining car, supervisors are asked to switch off the automatic doors after ensuring all staff have vacated the car. The main automatic door power switch is located on the roof of the fifth car. Inspections will take place when the train is garaged. After inspections are complete, use the ladder at the rear of the second floor of the dining car. Umbrella Cord Maintenance Department. Alright, well the only place we can go is upstairs, so let's see what happens. It sounds gooey. That's locked from the other side, we can't go that way. We're forced into a cutscene.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Welcome to the introduction of the leech zombie. You will hate these. They take a ton of damage, they can attack from a huge range, just run away. This is entirely scripted.
Are you okay?
Excuse me while I vomit. You better get used to seeing him. You're going to be seeing him quite a bit.
Who is that guy?
What's going on? Who's controlling the train?
Go and check out the first engine car. Listen, we gotta cooperate with each other from now on. You got that?
Well, I don't...
Clue in, girl. Or maybe you like being worm bait.
All right. But you just remember, I will shoot you if you try anything funny.
Fine. Now take these with you.
You're gonna shoot me? Have some bullets.
If you find anything, give me a call, all right?
Alright, and now we're given the main gimmick of Resident Evil 0. Instead of each character having their own campaign, you basically play both characters essentially simultaneously. Player's Manual 2 character switching. You can switch controls between the two lead characters, Rebecca and Billy, and use their different abilities to progress through the game. The character you currently control is called the main character. The character you do not control is called the partner character. Controlling the partner character. The partner character generally moves independently, but you can use the R stick to control them yourself. Selecting partner on the status screen allows you to assign instructions to the character. Solo, both characters move independently. Team, partner follows the main character. Attack, your partner attacks automatically. Idle, your partner will not attack. You can also press the minus button to switch between solo and team behavior. Switching characters. Press X on the status screen to switch characters. You will need to switch characters in order to progress in certain situations. When your partner character is nearby, you can exchange items on the status screen. Choose the item from the main character's item box and select Exchange. Character attributes. Rebecca. Rebecca has the following attributes. Can combine herb-related items, weak defense, can use a mixing set to combine chemicals. For Billy, he has cannot combine herb-related items, strong offense, and can push many large objects. If the partner character is attacked, both the main and partner characters will die if they take too much damage. You should always keep an eye on their condition. A partner being attacked in a different room will call for help over the radio. If your partner does call, get to help as quickly as possible. Cooperating with your partner. Some puzzles cannot be solved by only one character. When you're stuck, try to see if using your partner will help. Alright.
I'll go check over there.
Okay.
Come on!
Okay.
I want to say like there was a quick switch button, but that may not be the case. You may just have to do it from the partner here. That's a little bit annoying. So now Billy is a main character. Billy's thing is he has a lighter, and that's about it. He can see in dark spaces. He does have a melee weapon, which Rebecca does not have. And one thing that I want to do right now is I want to swap his gun with Rebecca's gun. I believe his gun is a little bit stronger than Rebecca's. I might have that backwards. Let's see what we got here. There's a ladder here. It seems to lead up to the roof. Climb up the ladder? Not yet. I actually kind of need to heal Rebecca, but I wanted to do I wanted to find a red herb before I did that. Rebecca, why don't you go off by yourself? This is going to be a little bit tedious if I can't do this with a button press. But before I go, Billy, why don't you... Oh, I can leave the ink ribbons? Do I want to do that? What happens if I do? I assume it puts them down in the environment where maybe...
I'll go check over there.
Okay.
I can pick them up later, but I don't want to risk it. Not ink ribbons. Not my only saves. Alright, so I'm gonna need him to open this up probably. Let's check the map. I want to go to the forward compartment. And I think that's this way. So let's go ahead and change. I'm actually gonna let Billy go up on the roof. I swear to God, there was a button that did this. You didn't have to go into the menu every time, but I'll have to find that on my own later. I believe if we send Billy up to the roof, there is a special scene with Rebecca. This may be something else I have backwards. Again, this has been years since I've played this game, so I'm gonna do my best. It's so slow. And honestly, I don't see how he's not just blown away completely. Right? Like, there's no way he should be able to stand on this train, especially walking like that, and keep his footing in the rain. The power cable has been disconnected. Reconnect the cable, sure? Shock the crap out of myself in the rain? Excellent! That wasn't dangerous at all. It didn't even fry the bugs. Alright, so now we're trapped down here. We can get the handgun ammo. And we can take the herb, but now our characters are mandatorily separated. I can take the train key, but I can't leave. There's something stuck in the keyhole. It's preventing the doorknob from turning. You could probably get it out if you had something sharp. So, yeah, Billy is now trapped in here. Let's go ahead and... Oops, that's the wrong button. Let's go ahead and swap over to Rebecca. And now she can move... Swap to Rebecca. And now she can move forward. So there's going to be a number of points in the game where the game forces you to move your characters independently like this. Fortunately, there is still going to be a way for Billy and Rebecca to exchange items. Hopefully we come up across that pretty quick. Nope, I did not want to... Nope. Ah, we're back to doing this. Here we go. So we have the dumbwaiter. So Billy and Rebecca can send each other items through the dumbwaiter. Place an item here. I'll place the ink ribbons there. I'll send those up to Billy. Yeah, push the button. Up they go. And then swap characters to Billy. This is gonna get a little bit tedious. And now when Billy checks the dumbwaiter, hey, hesto presto, there's an item there, take it. Alright, now what I did this for is I want to put two items here. And I wonder if I can send them both at the same time. I want to put the key there, because Rebecca's probably going to need that. And no, I cannot send both at the same time. I also wanted to send the herb there so that Rebecca can mix them. But apparently, you know, putting two items in a dumbwaiter will overload it or something. But Rebecca needs to heal. I wanted her to heal with a dual herb. Maybe I'll just wait and see if I find a red herb. There's an item here. Take the key. There we go. I think we're going to go ahead and call it an episode here. Billy's trapped, we're not. We can move around the train pretty much as we please, but we're about to die, so that's good. Anyways, thanks for coming out and joining me today. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, give me a like, leave me comments, remember to subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.